Something. A thing gets pointed out. We are here. What is the thing you want to point out?
Release them.
So, okay, if we're gonna... I guess we'll have to delve right into stats. So, starting from the top, if you want, just scroll through them real quickly. So we can all see these bunny glories.
What was it?
Alright, so as for Palla herself, so Palla is a 155 BST Red Dagger Flyer unit with a defense Super Bane and HP and attack Super Boons.
Wait, what was the thing?
The fact that she has a Super Boon and attack with 37 base.
No, that wasn't the thing.
And then
That's not the thing!
And then on top of that, there's the fact that disarm traps, the skill that you were worried about, it's exclusive to dagger units.
That's the thing.
What the heck? Why would... okay.
It's like real thieves in real FE games, you know?
But how... You know this makes no sense. She's literally flying. How does she even step on a trap in the first place? How does she trigger
They
it?
don't care about movement type. They're sticking to the weapon type.
How does she disarm it? As long as you're a thief, it doesn't matter if you're flying over it.
Really quickly.
She throws carrots at the trap.
Oh. Okay, it all makes sense now.
It's an aerial trap.
Alright, but
Also,
yeah?
They said it on the chibi art that her carrot is not a carrot, it's just an actual dagger.
Oh! FEH is like, Palla couldn't be bothered getting this prop dagger, so she just got an actual dagger, and then just made it look like a carrot. Ooh, Marissa's for real though. Marissa actually grew a carrot, because that's a real carrot. And if you guys were going over everything, Palla offensive, Marissa fast, Bruno handicapped. Okay, that's damn it. We had such high hopes for Bruno. Veronica, offensive, 35-36 offensive stat line. And Loki, not bad at all, 31-34. But yeah, we'll break it down more specifically now.
Yeah.
All right, you start with Palla's BST, but now we're gonna have to do it again. What? 155 BST, Super Boon and attack. What else was there?
Super Boon and HP and Super Bane in defense.
Oh wow, that's fair enough.
So her BST is abnormal, to say the least.
Yeah, 155.
It's higher than normal, which either leads to believe that it's either trainee or Gen 3. Frankly, I want to lean to trainee status, but at this point, I'm a little.
No, it's not trainee status. Come on, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. That's why I'm not really like since. As we'll get into later, Loki's in the same boat. I think this might not be the case for this.
Hey. Didn't I call that we might get a BST bump, and you were like, that's not gonna happen?
I mean, these are just the ranged. These are the ranged flying units.
Yeah, that's why I said I was like,
the melee flying units don't have it. Just the ranged ones.
Right. That's what I said.
Only the physical because, well, you'll see later, I guess.
It also might just be the physical units. It's an odd distinction to say the least.
Well, I was thinking because they could bump at any time, and I was thinking like this is the perfect opportunity because there was a lot the skill set wasn't buying everyone over, so I was like, that's a decent chance of a BST bump, and the argument was just because like we got a BST bump in for melee flyers, and then ranged flyers or ranged anything hasn't really gotten that bump in general. So,
I mean, to be fair, they would have to be trickling at this point because this only applies to them, which is weird.
Well, no, that's the start of everything.
Yeah, they would have to trickle down, which I don't know, they might do.
Well, they will
But at
do
this point,
eventually.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that they would divide between Gen 1 and Gen 2 on a banner like this, but well, Gen 2 and Gen 3, but whatever.
Well,
Guess we'll have to see.
I don't see it that way, but yeah. All right, her offensive stats is 37 attack, 34 speed, 38 HP, 17 defense, 29 res. That is a very great stat line. This is like one of the few dagger heroes that hits really hard. What the heck? 37 attack.
Second highest.
Second highest.
Attack to Kagero. Halloween Kagero is the only one with higher attack.
Really? Oh wow, that's actually amazing.
And she has a super boon attack, which helps her effective dagger.
It also makes her tied for the highest, just because I believe Kagero doesn't have that super boon.
That actually works out so well together then, given her dagger effect being... And Here's the thing. I think Palla is like the first time ever I've seen a colorless hero. Actually, no, it's the second time. Sorry, colored colorless hero is essentially how I view dagger heroes. The first time ever was Lucina, Brave Lucina. I definitely agreed with that. But Palla's the second time ever I've agreed with it because her weapon takes advantage of weapon triangle. Like it works with weapon triangle advantage, and with her high attack, high speed, it just magnifies that difference even more. And I mean, people argue she's anti-Surtur, and now you can definitely see it because she actually hits. Well, she hits the hard. Yeah.
53 attack plus attack.
Right. So wow, she's there.
Yeah, no. Basically, just crushes, obliterates Surtur. Like, if we were to take her current attack and just add the buffs, that's 95 effective attack against Surtur. So even if you were to have 6, he'd still be taking 50 damage.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about you guys, but my Surtur at +2, he is. I'm gonna double check just in case. Alright, where is he? At +2, he with 2 flowers, he's at 52 HP. So you can see the problem here. If he does take 50 damage, if you don't have him with any merges or whatnot, he's dead in one shot. But then again, it doesn't matter because she'll shoot twice because she can bypass his Wary Fighter.
Yep.
All right.
So
she actually, if you keep so swear, she hits 57 actually.
Oh shit. Wait, did you calculate Whisper or not?
No, I didn't even do that.
Okay, then she's clear. She's for killing Surtur.
Yeah, I just talked base plus attack with her dagger, nothing else.
Okay, so I don't think there's much more to talk about aside from the fact that she's an easy recommend to pull for, because dagger good, A skill good, ease of building good, potential niche in AR. I might be there. I don't think you would want to fodder her off for that B skill though, but there might be something there for somebody.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because of course this encourages either give up Mystic Boost on air for this, or you have to build a dagger unit for it, or use Palla.
Oh, that's
It's gonna be
right.
kind of interesting to see what people decide to do if they want to disarm trap. But at the same time, you can just use Palla, and she's good all around. That's a really good bulk spread for HP and res. So she can probably still work out just as a standalone unit.
And I'm willing to bet in the future we're gonna get more traps. It can't just be bolt, and it can't just be like restricted movement. There's going to be
It'll
something
be a
else.
while, but I think so.
Yeah. So
I just don't know what.
yeah, we don't know what, but if you're gonna look down on the skill today, it's might not always be the case. I feel like traps have been underwhelming, but I feel like they'll eventually add in more. They'll add in restrictions, maybe 2 types of traps at most. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do with ether raids to improve it, and that skill, even if it doesn't seem like it's too valuable now, could be incredibly valuable in the future. Either way,
Do something like a panic trap or candlelight trap.
yeah,
They could do that.
Or a
those
TA
stats
trap.
points.
Yeah, they could use any status effect really.
yeah. So
So I guess it's perfectly fine. And if you can just deploy those traps all together, you just don't have decoys, or you have all decoys. It'd be interesting.
but yeah, I'm really happy with Palla. I'm definitely pulling for her. I'm still saying she looks like Cece. I don't care if her boob sizes are just slightly above average. She clearly seems to have big boobs, but people are going to tell me otherwise. You guys are crazy. And I don't know. I just like her. I definitely see the value in her.
Oh yeah, no doubts.
All right, but next is
They
Marissa.
don't have to be massive. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't have to be.
Yeah.
All right, but Marissa, she reminds me of somebody else, but better in a way.
Okay, wait. She went from disappointing skill set to pretty impressive stats.
Yeah, like Marissa is a 162 BST Lance flying unit with defense Super Bane and speed Super Boon.
She reminds me of Sumiya, but with more attack.
No,
More like
she
Shigure.
is
Yeah,
like
she's close to
Shigure, but
Shigure.
better.
She's Shigure, but a little more physical, faster, and not as much res. And that speed Super Boon comes to great effect.
All right, one second. I'm gonna compare it to Sumiya because when I first saw this stat line, I was just instantly thought of Sumiya. Granted, I think she'll have like 4 extra attack on Sumiya.
Yeah, no. I'd say that the better comparison would be to Shigure, but Sumiya, maybe.
I also feel like she's better than Shigure, but Shigure does have the advantage of being a 4-star and easily mergeable and not limited.
Exactly.
Okay, so Sumiya at neutral speed is 39, at neutral HP is 39, her attack is minus 30. So 3 extra attack. Her defense is 29 and her res is 25. So they're very outside of the attack, defense, HP, res kind of compare. Oh, well, you know what? All the flyers at around 162 BST are kind of similar.
Yeah.
Even Taya.
A more direct comparison would probably be to Shigure, who 2 less HP, the same attack stat, 1 less speed, 1 less defense, and 4 more res. Same
Okay.
BST.
Either way, I don't think it saves her.
I mean, having 42 base speed and plus speed is pretty nasty, to be fair.
Sure, but she has nothing else. She's like a blank canvas.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
It's still a very oversaturated pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Lance Flyers.
Yeah. The
I mean,
problem
it makes her good, but it's just not like nothing's gonna save that being.
I think to find value in her, you gotta like Marissa, and you gotta, for some reason, not have Shigure, because, and if Taya demotes, not have Taya. Well, Taya and Shigure, Taya's more like a better Tsubaki. Shigure is more like a lot more relatable to Marissa. So I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't pull for her. That's what it comes down to.
She's definitely good, but Shigure is just easier to get, easier to merge.
Yeah. No, there's no problem with using her. Definitely has some major assets, and I think I'm gonna be seeing quite a few plus speed ones just running around in random places, but at the same time, it's not like too fantastic with her kit in mind.
Okay. Because okay, once again, just going back to Shigure and Taya, I think you got it covered there. Because Taya's more like the defensive flyer, Shigure is more the defensive flyer. So between those two, assuming Taya demotes, between those two, I think you should have all your needs satisfied. We're gonna look like morons in a month if Taya doesn't demote, but if she does, Marissa, whatever kind of fly you were aiming to make, they probably cover it. Is what I'm gonna say.
Pretty much. Marissa can technically do it better, although her res is a little low, but lack of merges. Yeah.
I remember in the comment section, people were like already saying Marissa weapon refine, please. I was like, okay, that's a bit early.
Seeing as that we don't have seasonal, it's very early.
If you guys didn't remember, her weapon's nothing special. It's basically +2 to every stat if her opponent's HP is 100%.
Yep.
Which makes her kind of awkward for some heroes like Duma. If Duma triggers Duma's like upheaval, and everyone takes 7 damage, good luck. Marissa's basically just has a regular weapon at that point.
Congratulations.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on. Marissa's kind of plain. Sorry. She does say a cute line though, and I do like her, but yeah.
Yeah. Fans won't be disappointed. Everybody else will be.
Speaking of disappointed.
Okay. Here's the thing with Marissa. We were initially disappointed by her skill set. Here's the thing with Bruno. We were initially incredibly impressed with his skill set. How did you mess this up?
By putting too much speed on him. That's what.
Wait, how is that too much speed? It's 24.
He needs less.
More
attack.
You should have been more like Reed, just have, or rather more like, no, more like Reed, just all attack and no speed. Like 20 base speed, 34 base attack would be passable.
Oh, you should tell the super boons and the super banes, by the way.
Yes. So Bruno is a 144 BST healer cavalry.
You keep cutting out. Gotta say it again.
Dang it. So Bruno is a 140.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Redo.
Oh god. Let's see. Connection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Bruno is a 144.
Oh my god, it's just 144. You can't say 144.
Okay, Bruno is a 144 BST cavalry healer.
Cavalry here. Okay.
Okay, you want someone to do this? Or you want anyone to
this is
do
so
it?
bad.
Uh,
Professionals, where are they?
Well, Legion's currently dying.
Okay.
I gotta. I'm gonna.
Alright, Legion, just do the super hits. Do the super hits.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Bruno, 144
just
BST.
my-
Minus attack is super bane. Plus speed, super boon. Plus res, super boon. Basically, his super boons don't matter. And his super bane sucks. And Bruno... oh, waste of potential.
I mean, he's unique. The only physical healer we've had up to this point, purely physical bulk, not res, which is unique. And his attack's passable, but yeah, if his attack was higher, he'd probably be more likable. But that low attack combined with how pitiful his res is no.
I didn't like the idea of him being super slow because he's gonna need a double to kill. Alright, but what you guys said was right too. If you just tanked his speed, maybe he had something there as well. They didn't do that. They didn't do either one. So as a result, Bruno just comes out of this incredibly awkward. I think his base attack is 30 plus 14. Sorry, what was his staff damage again?
Isn't it 11?
11?
I'm double checking right now. It is 12.
12.
Okay,
Oh,
so
whoops.
30 plus 12. You come into this with a pitiful 42. And then you use his...
47 with his push.
And then 47 was his push. But that's push is only every other turn, because you gotta heal up after that.
yeah,
Yep.
'cause push skills are really bad.
So you're hitting a 47? I'm sorry, what? What? What is the point?
Mm-hmm. Levitain has 6 more attack.
6
healer
more
one.
speed for that matter.
The idea earlier I heard was like, oh yeah, we're just going to be using Bruno and Veronica for everything now, because, you know, Veronica's like the fast lolly that hits a lot, buffs and debuffs. Bruno is just going to be the hardy healer who hits really hard and can take a hit. It's still just Veronica. I'm sorry, Bruno looks cool, but Bruno's not there.
He's not gonna be anywhere in the meta. He
Yeah.
can take a physical shot and quite a few but that's about it.
He really
I
needed...
wouldn't really compare him to any other healer.
No, there's no healer that really compares to him.
He kinda-
Azama.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Azama. That's what I was going to say. But Azama
Yeah.
hits even lower, right? So...
Azama has actual res bulk, can have actual speed, and has no attack.
But that's fine, because he's supposed to do pain, so...
Yep.
Yeah, just
pain on
use
Bruno.
pain on Bruno.
So here's what Bruno's really for. I think you just got it. He might be just for pain. So maybe he acts as a physical tank.
Yeah. Basically, just fully devote him to the physical side. If you give him the speed super boon, I guess in certain metas his speed might be all right, but reasonably you just want to make him a physical tank.
The problem with physical tank is the notion that he could become a physical tank is iffy. He only hits 40 defense, 43 at plus defense. That's still not very good, and his speed is
We
not
should go
fast
plus
enough.
attack with him, honestly.
Hmm?
Plus attack.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, plus attack. You could probably make it. It'd take a little bit, and you probably want to buff his speed, but in certain metas, that defense could probably be serviceable. But in general, a little touchy.
I would also use attack defense bond over attack defense push.
Any other attack defense skill besides push?
Yeah.
His skill set is just so weird for what he is as a result, because he doesn't hit high. He doesn't reach anything. He doesn't hit hard enough. His defense isn't high enough. His speed is mediocre, but not mediocre enough. It's just
His defense is high enough. It's just that he doesn't have the speed
wait.
necessarily.
How do you count as high enough?
It's the highest defense of any healer.
Sure, but that doesn't mean it's high enough for
I
his
mean,
role.
I mean, if you're trying to make a physical defense tank, we're not going to get much.
But you don't have merges.
in it.
That's the problem.
I mean, true, but that's the fault of most seasonal units, unless they are just so in that actually works.
Okay, well,
And that's why Bruno probably should have either been slower or not cavalry.
okay. All I can say is rip Bruno. 144 BST. If he had a BST bump, maybe there was something there.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
wasn't
could have given
expecting
him
that.
more defense, and yeah, that's about it, actually.
That's about it. All right.
You know who you won't say rip about?
Yeah, Veronica. Oh
Yeah, not even
man,
close.
Veronica. Okay, I think the proper comparison here is to Flying Nino, and a lot of people were instantly making that comparison. Fun fact: she's power crept Celica. Wait, which one is it again? Fallen Celica.
Yeah, her weapon's just objectively better. Because basically, Beloved Sophia is defense +3, and if you have 100% HP, you get all stats +4, but after combat have to take 1 damage. I think it's 1. And on the other hand, if you are looking at this weapon, it's speed +3, and then if you're at anything from 75% HP or higher, then you get all stats +4 with no damage.
Yep, and that is amazing. All right, but here's a breakdown in comparison to Flying Nino, which is her most direct comparable easily. All right, Flying Nino has 36 HP, Veronica has 38, Flying Nino has 33 attack, Veronica has 35, Flying Nino has 38 speed base, Veronica has 36 speed base, Flying Nino has 17 defense base, Veronica has 16 defense base, and they both have 25 res. AKA, they are virtually identical. Basically, Veronica traded 2 extra speed for 2 extra attack, and that was about it.
Pretty much. And as for her actual stat line, she's a 150 BST green mage flyer with res super boon and HP and defense super banes.
Yep, basically she's good. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's definitely really good. Like, Nino's main thing is Giga Excalibur adds speed damage, which is why even because more attack, Nino having the extra speed means that she can do more damage through Giga Excalibur. But on the other hand, Veronica can get plus 7 to her speed stat, putting her up to a nice 43 speed with her weapon, and then can also push 53 attack as a result. So she's really offensive.
And she also gets extra bulk to her defense and res.
Yeah. I mean, defense is somewhat negligible, but 29 base res as a result is not bad.
Do Veronica and Nino have the same BST? Veronica has 1 BST more. That is it.
Yep.
It's 150 versus 149.
Yeah, so unless Nino has technically a BST been lower.
But Veronica has a better initial phase just because of her weapon. So for the first battle and possibly battles, as long as she doesn't take enough damage, she's really set there. With that 3 extra speed base and then +3 to everything, right?
4.
+4 to everything, right? When she attacks, yeah, she's so good. Only
You can't build her Fury Desperation, though.
That's the only unfortunate thing. If you use Fury on her, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because she comes from green dual flying, I think the best skill is therefore Swift Sparrow.
Yeah, anything that's not gonna hurt your bulk, make you take damage, anything that keeps you healthy, best way to go with this.
Do you think Swift Sparrow Renewal would be a build on her?
It'll happen. I can see that.
I could see it too.
That would still be kind of awkward in my
It
opinion.
is kind of awkward, yeah. Because you'll still take the hit, you'll still take damage, and then you got to get out
You
of
don't
that.
to use Desperation well on her at all.
Ye-
So you have to
You actually
find a way to buff up her defense and res enough so that she doesn't die.
Yeah, and you could use Desperation on her, but you would just be forfeiting your weapon. I mean, it's your weapon. It would be basically like the Generation 1 Fallen Celica usage. Basically, where you used her weapon one time and you just forgot about it. Just take that defense +3 and that's it.
Yep.
I'd actually argue Chill Res isn't that bad on her.
Yeah,
that's what she
Shell's
comes
a good
with.
option. Yeah, you can easily just run her base kit and get some good use out of that because the extra HP bulk will keep her there longer.
Well, I don't really care because she's cute and that's all that matters to me. It's a
Oh, that's all
bonus
that
that she's good.
Guess you should
Yeah.
just replace her weapon with Blade Tome, you know?
You could do that, but then you would just.
People are going to, you know? Just so they can use Fury Desperation. I can already see it.
Yep, it's always gonna happen.
You know, the game would break if Flying Nino ever got to use Ari's Tome. That became a weapon refined. The heck? That'd be crazy.
I mean, Giga Excalibur is already probably...
It's already super good, though. Yeah. Alright, I don't think there's much to talk about with Veronica. I think a lot of people are going to get her just to flutter her off for the green dual flying, but honestly, she's a great hero. So if you get proper IVs, definitely build her. She's super easy to build, too. And it just comes off from her weapon, and her weapon's just really ideal, so...
Yeah.
Excellent hero.
Without a doubt. Best one here.
Alright, and then we get to Loki, and I think that's what most people are going to be interested in, given she's free, and she's the only one with big boobies.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to Palla Marissa, but... massive boobies.
Almost unnaturally so.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. When I was thinking about Loki yesterday, I could not even remember she had bunny ears. I could not even remember she had bunny ears. Also, fun fact, guys. There are eggs. There are eggs at the bottom.
No,
you could partially see one. See that on the left side? Yeah. You'll never notice the eggs because you'll never look down that far.
Not unless
you like to
do a
look at
full
feet.
view.
I mean, yeah. All right. Anyways, whoopsies.
All right.
Her offensive stat line is, sorry, her stat line is 39 HP, 31 attack, 34 speed, 27 defense, 25 res.
She is a 156 BST colorless fire, HP and defense super banes that you'll never get to use.
Okay.
Oh, you
So
want to mention
she's-
her kit real quick?
Yeah, mention the
Yes.
kit.
And yeah, she's also 155 BST bin melee flying ranged, so and physical flying ranged. So I guess we'll have to see where that goes in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But her kit is Beguiling Bow Plus, which is the same as Marissa's weapon. So at the start of combat, if foe's HP is 100%, grants all stats +2 during combat. So take that as you will. Not the best weapon. Her special is Luna, and her skills are Flyer Formation and Goad Flyers, where Flyer Formation is the 4-star skill, and Goad Flyers is the 5-star skill.
Okay, so right off the bat, I think most people want two comparisons of Loki because a lot of people tried to look at her or are going to try to look at her as an Ether Rage alternative to Air and to Bapcam. At least that's how I would do it personally. Here's the thing. She has a 7 BST advantage over Air, but the stat spread did not go to the right places. Alright, so Air has 35 HP, Loki has 39 HP. Air has 32 attack, Loki has 31 attack. Air has 37 speed, Loki has 34 speed. Air has 14 defense, Loki has 27 defense, and Air has 31 res, and Loki has 25 res. So you've basically used all that extra BST and taken a bit of attack and speed and then dropped it into defense. I am not sure if that's a good idea, is the only issue.
I mean, it's a unique niche to have a physically defensive flyer. You can potentially use tank builds really well on her, but that low of an attack stat without a signature weapon can be very difficult to work around with. Especially if you're trying to use her in like ETH raids, where middling bulk on both spectrums can be a little touchy at best.
Which is why I would argue Loki actually doesn't replace Bath Cam, unfortunately. Because when you compare to Bath Cam, Loki has 39 HP, Cam has 38, so Loki has a 1 HP advantage. In terms of attack, Camilla has 33, Loki has 31. In terms of speed, Cam has 35, Loki has 34. It's basically over at that point. The extra 6 BST just basically goes into defense, where Camilla has 17 defense and Loki has 27, and Cam has 28 res and Loki has 25. So, she's not a replacement.
I mean, there's a flying meta that definitely exists. This is a nice merit to that. Having some extra bulk for some survivability can, if you build it out right, be quite nice. But to say that she's a direct replacement to Bath Camilla or Air is not the case. She's very physical, but not as offensive.
So the way I see Loki, therefore, is if you used her, it wouldn't be for like, the same build, the basic build you see on cams for Ether Raids, which was close counter, vantage, double savage blow with the base weapon. Loki would probably go close counter, but she would use something else for B. She might even use, well, she wouldn't really need QR, but she would use, what would she use for B?
You can keep flyer formation if you have a flying.
Oh yeah, you can keep flyer formation for the movement. I don't know. She would want to get hit. She wouldn't want to counterattack first. Otherwise, if you want to counterattack first, Bath Cam is a superior option. The only time she has an advantage is if she does indeed take a physical hit. Which is unfortunate.
Getting into vantage range easier, but with that low of an attack stat, there's not much you can do with the vantage proc anyways.
Yeah. Thanks Hazel for the follow. But here's the thing, guys. I don't think you really care. I don't think I care. She's hot, and that's really all that matters.
Yep.
I think she would do better with maybe guard bow, something like that. Something to take advantage of her defense.
Yeah.
That's something that you can't do with dagger units because they don't have a equivalent of that. So.
Oh, you're right.
Well, the goody boot, but not a distant defense dagger.
Yeah.
Right, you're right. Guard bow, Loki, close counter. She's already relatively quick.
You could actually turn her into a relatively good mage check by just running triple distant
defense, and you could just stack right behind her more ward flyers, so she could literally just be taking nothing. So there are some interesting options with Loki, but it's a very different playstyle than you would get with Camilla and Air.
Right.
Which is fine, This is a very unique class type, so.
Yeah, and a unique spin on it because the other two are very offensive, like how Takumi has, I think, a 35-35 offense spread, but as low bulk. And then Hinoka, well, she has her anti-armor bow, so that's pretty much all you need to say about her.
The more I think about it, the more I think the guard bow might be really interesting.
She's very similar to Faye, and Faye does really well with guard bow, so I think that Loki could definitely make great use out of it.
Oh yeah, you're right. But she has a lot more speed over Faye. Okay.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
All right. Well, how would you guys build Loki? Let me know, because that's the most interesting hero here. There were some interesting expectations. I'm not sure she quite reaches them. For me personally, if she was going to be better offensively than Camilla, I was just going to go all in for Loki. I don't care if the dagger debuffs versus her bow, but I was just going to go all in. Unfortunately,
I really highly doubted that they would get that, because usually the Tempest units aren't supposed to be much better than their original counterparts, and Loki's already like 35 base speed, so yeah. Sure,
but that was basically all I could hope for. Anyways, the build she'll come out with through all of this is probably going to be a Garbo build that fully utilizes her extra bulk. So I'll be interested to see what you guys do.